In Unit 2, we're going to talk about application software, the programs that let you work and play. Part 1 is dealing with accessing, using, and managing software. What is software? Technically speaking, the term software refers to a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do. An instruction set, also known as a program, provides a means for us to interact with and use the computer even if we lack specialized skills. What is the difference between application and system software? Your computer has two main types of software. Application software is the software you use to do the tasks at home, school, and work. System software is software that helps run the computer and coordinate instructions between application software and the computer hardware devices. System software includes the operating system, such as Windows and OS X, and utility programs, which are programs in the operating system that help manage our system resources. Other types of software, such as browsers, virus protection, and backup and recovery software, are used every day. So again, your application software is what you're going to use, the software you're going to use to do everyday tasks. For example, Word, iMovie, you have Canvas software, and so forth. System software then, again, it'll help you run your computer, like your operating system. You have lots of utility programs that help manage your system resources, makes backups, and so forth. Distributing software. How is software created? There are two main ways that software is created. Proprietary or commercial software is created by companies for profit, and then it is sold to you. You're probably familiar with buying products like Adobe Photoshop. You might have iMovie. You might have Final Cut Pro. These are examples of proprietary software. Open source software then is software that's available free of charge and with few licensing and copyright restrictions. One advantage of open source software is that it is a community of passionate users, and they continually make changes to the software based on the feedback that they get from these users. However, unlike proprietary applications, open source applications offer little or no formal support. Instead, they're supported by the community of users across the website. So there might be a number of free software that you can get. There might be some bugs or issues with it, but the only way you find out about those bugs or issues and how to fix it is just from support from other people that use it. Where proprietary is usually created and you purchase it, so you have a help desk that'll help you if you have issues with your software. Here's just an example where you have your open source, such as your Linux, that will run your operating system for your computer. If you're going to purchase it or a commercial, you'd buy your Mac OS X or your Windows. Okay, so this would be the operating system that is open source. You also have some application software called GIMP. There's all different kinds of application software. And again, that is free, and so sometimes there's a lot of bugs in it. And then you have the stuff that is commercial, which you will pay for not only the software, but you will get support along with it. How is software distributed? There is local installation. With locally installed software, you pay a one-time fee for either an electronic download or a disk of the software, which then you install on your device. Because the software resides on your hard drive, you can run the software at any time, whether you're connected to the internet or not. You'll have the option to upgrade to the next version when that version is released, and you'll likely need to pay again for a purchase for the upgraded version. Desktop tax program softwares is an example of software distributed this way. So again, your local installation, you're going to purchase the right to use it and you install it on your hard drive. Software as a service, SaaS, the vendor will host the software online and you access it and use the software over the internet without having to install it on your computer's hard drive. Because the program resides on the company's server and you can run the program through your browser. You can run the program only when you're connected to the internet. However, because the manufacturer updates the program on its server, you don't have to worry about manually upgrading the software yourself. Google Docs and Microsoft Office Online are examples of these programs that are distributed in this way. SaaS programs are often free of charge, but not as fully featured as the locally installed versions. So again, the version that you use on your iPad, it resides on Microsoft server and you use it from there. The third one is subscription. With a subscription software, you pay a fee to use the software for a certain period of time. It is then available for you to download and install on your computer. As soon as updates are available, the manufacturer pushes these new updates and features to you. You can use the software without being on the internet, but you can only receive updates when you're connected to the internet. The Adobe Creative Cloud application and the Microsoft Office 365 subscription service are examples of softwares distributed this way. So again, going back to the subscription part of the subscription is Valley City Public Schools pays a subscription to Microsoft Office and Creative Cloud, and that allows all the users in the district to download it to their computers and use it. You can use it while you're offline, but the only way that you can upgrade it is if you're online, and there's automatic upgrades. So again, it just depends what type of software that you want. Managing your software, remember it's important to know how to choose the best software for your computing device, how to get it into your computer correctly, and how to remove it. Purchasing software. Where do you go to purchase it when you want to buy software? Depending on which device you're purchasing software for, there are many different software outlets. If you have a machine with an optical drive like a DVD or a Blu-ray reader, you may want to go to a brick and mortar store for your software. Software for gaming consoles are sold on discs, for example. However, the most popular way to purchase software now is through an online download. Manufacturers' websites offer their full product line as electronic downloads, with the option to add an optical disc as a backup. So you can go online, download it, and sometimes with the software you have, they will send you a disc or a flash drive that has the program or software on it. Software for mobile devices is sold electronically through a centralized store for each operating system. Apple runs the iTunes stores, and Google administers the Google Play site. These sites see over 78 billion downloads every year. The app sites, the app stores, and Google Play. Purchasing software is discounted software for students available. If you're a student, if you're a student, you can buy substantially discounted software that is no different from regular purchase software. Campus computer stores and college bookstores offer discounted prices to students who possess a valid ID. Online software suppliers such as Journey Education Marketing and Academic Superstore also offer popular software to students at a reduced price. Software developers such as Microsoft and Adobe also offer their products to students at a discount. So it's always good to check with their websites before purchasing software or hardware. In addition, be sure to check with your college or school. Many times they have agreements with large vendors like Microsoft for free or reduced pricing for their students. So again, as you adventure into college and maybe you'll have your own laptop, some colleges will have laptops that you can get software put on it. But again, sooner or later you're going to be purchasing your own software. So if you are a student, you should look into student discounts. And the college should have all that information for you. Can I get software for free legally? In addition to open source software, freeware is copyrighted software that you can use for free. Explore sites like filehippo.com to see how many good freeware programs are available. However, be cautious of when installing freeware because some people use the freeware to distribute viruses and malware. And just as an example, are viruses that affect your computer, causes it to shut down or do other things. Malware is an option for people to install it on your computer and then they can operate your computer from their own site. Can I try new software before it's released? Some software developers offer what are called beta versions, and beta versions of software is an application that's still under development. By distributing free beta versions, developers hope users will report errors or bugs they find in their programs. Many beta versions are available for a limited trial period and are used to help developers respond to issues before they launch the original software. So again, they'll put out the beta version, people will try it. If there's issues with it, they usually let the developer know about them. Are there risks associated with installing beta versions? By their very nature, beta products are unlikely to be bug-free. So you'll always run the risk of something going crazy with your system by installing and using beta versions. Unless you're willing to deal with potential problems, it's best to wait until the last beta version is released, often referred to as the gold version. By that time, most of the serious bugs have been worked out. As a precaution, you should be comfortable with the reliability of the source before you download a beta version of software. If it's a reliable developer whose software you're familiar with, you can be more certain that a serious bug or virus isn't hiding in the software. You should also be sure that the software you're downloading is meant for your system and that your system has met all the necessary hardware and operating system requirements. So again, some people like to deal with beta versions. They like to see what's new right away, see what it's like. And again, the biggest thing is to wait till the gold version comes out, which is after they've made a lot of corrections, and only download from a reliable source.